Hey guys, it's me. Recently I've been posting my decoration process on a level called Beautiful. It's also been gaining a fair bit of traction, and with that I've also been getting a fair amount of questions asking me how I do the trippy effects in my part. Side note, this tutorial may include a lot of flashing lights or at least some epileptic content, so just be cautious when you're viewing this. Usually what I do is I place my objects first and I place my triggers last because that's how I set it up for myself. You don't have to do it this way, but that's how I do it. You probably see me right now messing around with the particle trigger. What you're going to want to do is you're going to make the start size and basically just the size of the particles really big. That way it takes up a lot of space for the background. Depending on how colorful you want your background, I do is I up these little plus and minus signs. This basically gives the colors of it variance. After you're done with that, just scale it up so it fits your background, and what you're going to do is you're going to lock it to your x-axis. Make sure the particle trigger is on the lowest layer, which is B5, and then put a shader trigger so any shader you use only affects the background. The shockwave trigger is going to be our main catalyst for this effect. It is mandatory that you set the fade out as max you can, this way it goes on infinitely. Now, the variable that says wave W, turn that all the way down. This gives it that weird TV looking vibe. You can actually set this value to whatever number you want, but personally, I do it at the lowest. Depending on if you want your background to have a deep fried feeling like I did in Beautiful, put a grayscale trigger and amp it as far up as you want to. What this does is it saturates all colors to oblivion, giving it a deep fried feeling. This isn't mandatory, but what I like to do is I like to make a infinite hue shift trigger. This way throughout the whole level, if you wanted it to, it changes colors. Once again, this isn't mandatory, but this is what I personally did in Beautiful. I took a split screen shader effect and I amped the X and Y target on it. And this is our final result. This is actually my first tutorial, so let me know how I did in the comments.